Jake Morris wasn't unhealthy. At 42, he went to the gym twice a week, walked his dog every morning, and kept his soda habit mostly in check. But his energy was unpredictable, and his weight had crept up over the years, especially around his midsection. What bothered him most, though, was how sluggish he felt mentally. He'd wake up groggy, have a foggy spell around 2 p.m., and crash hard before dinner. Scrolling through YouTube one evening, he landed on a video titled, "What Happens If You Eat 4 Whole Eggs a Day for 30 Days?" The thumbnail showed a chiseled guy cracking eggs into a skillet, and the caption promised shocking results. Jake clicked. The video broke it down. Eggs were packed with protein, healthy fats, and nutrients most people were missing, especially choline, essential for brain function and liver health. And despite years of demonization, new studies showed that dietary cholesterol from eggs didn't raise heart disease risk in most people. In fact, the video claimed eating multiple whole eggs a day could improve body composition, boost focus, and balance hormones. Jake was skeptical, but intrigued. He liked eggs, always had. But 4 whole eggs every single day? Still, something about the simplicity of it appealed to him. No gimmicks, no shakes, no starvation, just a real food tested over time. He decided to try it. Day 1, he made 4 scrambled eggs with a little olive oil and pepper. That was it. No toast, no cheese, no sides, just eggs. He expected to feel hungry an hour later. Instead, he was full until lunch. No cravings, no donut temptation when he passed the office kitchen. Day 3, he noticed his energy was more stable. Normally, he'd need coffee around 10 a.m. to stay sharp in meetings. But today, he felt focused without it. He was surprised by how satisfying the eggs were. He didn't miss the carb-heavy breakfasts he usually ate. Day 7. 1 week in, Jake stepped on the scale out of curiosity. He hadn't changed anything else about his routine, but he was down 2 pounds. His stomach looked flatter. More importantly, his brain felt clearer. That afternoon, he powered through a complex spreadsheet at work that he'd been putting off for days. He started digging into the science. He learned that each egg contains about 6 grams of high-quality protein and essential nutrients like B12, vitamin D, selenium, and choline. Most people don't get nearly enough choline, and Jake had definitely been one of them. Choline helps maintain cell structure, supports the nervous system, and improves memory and mood. Egg yolks, it turned out, weren't the villains he'd once believed. While they did contain cholesterol, they also provided HDL, the good cholesterol. In most healthy people, egg consumption actually raised HDL and had little to no impact on LDL, the bad type. He felt reassured, empowered even. Day 2 weeks in, Jake's morning egg habit had become automatic. He experimented with styles, boiled, poached, sunny side up, but stuck with 4 every day. Sometimes with a side of spinach, other times plain. He hadn't had an afternoon crash in days. He was sleeping better too, deeper and more consistent. And something else, his joints didn't ache like they used to. Whether that was due to nutrients like vitamin D or the healthy fats from the yolks, he wasn't sure, but he wasn't complaining. Day 21. Jake's coworkers began to notice. "Have you lost weight?" one asked. "A bit," Jake said, nodding. "You've just looked sharper lately," said another. Jake grinned. "I've been eating eggs." They laughed, but he was serious. His clothes fit better. His mind felt sharper than it had in years. And for the first time in a long time, his skin looked healthier, less dry, with more color. That week, he had his annual physical. His doctor raised an eyebrow when Jake mentioned his experiment. 4 whole eggs a day? He asked. "Every morning," Jake replied. The doctor ran the usual tests, and when the results came back, he was impressed. Jake's cholesterol levels had improved. His HDL had risen significantly. LDL was stable. His triglycerides were lower than before. His fasting blood sugar had dropped slightly, and his blood pressure, always borderline, was now in the healthy range. "Whatever you're doing," the doctor said, "it's working." Jake told him about the steady energy, the mental clarity, the fat loss. The doctor nodded. "It's not for everyone, but in your case, eggs seem to be a great fit." Day 30. On the last day of his experiment, Jake reflected on how much had changed in just a month. He hadn't just eaten 4 eggs a day. He'd built a consistent habit, made better choices throughout the day, and reconnected with how good his body could feel when it was nourished properly. He wasn't tired all the time. He wasn't foggy by 2 p.m. His pants fit looser, and he no longer stared at the ceiling for hours at night. He had no plans to stop. Jake wasn't claiming that eggs were a miracle cure. He knew they weren't magic. But for him, they were a catalyst, a simple, powerful shift that reminded him that food could either drag him down or lift him up. And 4 eggs a day, they had changed everything.